Right, Kate Ware, thanks for doing this today and giving us some insights into you in this quick fire video interview. I'm going to fire off with a few questions, but the first one I'm going to be asking is, I suppose, how are you holding up during the pandemic?
Loving it. It's the first time I've had a bit of a break for me, so it's a lovely novelty. I'm 2 weeks in, and I'm enjoying getting some of those jobs done that I've been threatening to do for ages. So I've been on many socially distanced walks with friends and family, and also just spent some time redecorating this room actually that I'm sat in, which I've been wanting to do for a long time. So yeah, so far so good. But definitely keen to get back into the workplace.
I hear you. That's good to hear. I suppose the first question, there's a lot of people looking at the moment. What environment do you feel would really suit you moving forward, taking on your next opportunity?
So the more chaos and the more change, the better for me. I definitely thrive in those environments. So anything with plenty of unknown and work really well under pressure. So for me, that's great. I've done lots of different sectors across the years. So I'm not particularly driven by the sector per se, but the level of chaos and change definitely is a driver for me.
Fantastic. And just quickly, your last position, just tell me a little bit about that role and what you were working in.
Yeah, so I was with Fuller Smith and Turner, the family brewer. So sold the brewery Easter year ago, and I was working on the pub side of the business, supporting the operation. Well, 212 businesses, hotels, pubs, bars across the southeast of the country. And my role there was head of people ops, and I was delivering various projects, transformation projects for them, as well as initially leading the people business partners to be able to support the stakeholders out there with the operational teams in the business.
Okay, fantastic. Sounds like you had a lot on your plate there.
It was busy, let me tell you.
I suppose at the moment, everyone, it's that purple unicorn, that pink unicorn, that superstar that people look for. And there's definitely a lot of CVs and people coming in at the moment applying for jobs.
Mm.
What would you say would make you a standout superstar? What's your unique selling point? What would you like to get across for people to see?
So I've got a good number of years, I daren't count them up, within HR, certainly within hospitality, leisure and retail as well. And I'm CIPD qualified. I've also led a training team in previous life. I have an absolute passion for hospitality, retail, leisure. It definitely is in my blood somehow or other. There must have been a pub manager in the family a long way back. And I love the fact that there is the diversity of the teams, the challenge that we encounter, and of all of that, the skills that I've learned, particularly I've had to demonstrate over the last year of being massively agile and flexible in my approach. I mean, we didn't know what we were encountering last March, and over the year, we've built a whole load of skills, and all through that we've had to take information, adapt it, make it work for our business, and do that in all occasions, honouring the values and the culture of the business. And for me, that's something that I have found really amazing to have worked within Fuller's, that everything we did acknowledge the values and the culture on all occasions. So it's really important for me to be able to sleep at night, and I'm pleased to say I was able to.
Yeah, we all need sleep during a pandemic or without a pandemic. I think it's
Yes, absolutely.
I mean, and we all have different skills doing different jobs. Finally, I just want to get a snapshot of what are your core skills. What would you bring to a role that you say is your craft now?
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that I've probably already alluded to it, but I'm always value led, and I lead by example. So whether it's strategic piece of work with a lot of planning or reactive, understanding the impact both to the commercial side of the business as well as the impact to the people within the business is enormously important. I've led and delivered all sorts of different projects over the years. Most recently with transformation and OD, I've delivered TUPE and harmonisation, and therefore I do that by being structured, by being analytical, but always ensuring that those values and the culture are at at the forefront of any project that's being delivered.
That's fantastic. Thanks, Kate. And just to finish up, I think it would be handy for people listening just to get an understanding of what location works for you. Where are you based at the moment?
So I don't want to relocate, but I can travel easily from where I am. So I'm on the Surrey West Sussex borders. I love multi-site. I love travel. I've always done it. So UK is absolutely fine, but beyond is great as well. All works for me.
Fantastic. Thank you.